Hello, welcome to the 100x Connect community. Let me take you through the 100x ecosystem. Step 1. Become a free or paid member. Step 2. Discover your passion by tuning into the 100x daily night sessions, chatting with other members in the 100x Discord community, and participate in 100x virtual summits. Step 3. Unleash your true potential by equipping yourself with 100x workshops and work with you challenges. Step 4. Begin your entrepreneurial journey by signing up for the Malaysia Ministry-endorsed 100x 100 Days Business Startup Challenge, seeking business advice, or enrolling in the Advanced Business Coaching for pitching and funding. Step 5. Being the country's best entrepreneur community, 100x has a wealth of resources such as business funding to accelerate your business, digital marketplaces to sell your products and services, and collaboration platforms to do networking and organize your favorite event, among many others. Furthermore, 100x will also create business opportunities. All these are easily accessible and convenient for 100x members. Step 6. In return, the 100x alumni hope to bring together like-minded people and provide mentoring, internship and career opportunities to help the network grow. Pillars are used to uphold purposes. At 100x, we believe that every entrepreneur should embark on a purposeful journey. 100x is built on 7 pillars: financial intelligence, fitness and wellness, business and entrepreneurship, sales and marketing, personal development, love and relationship, and hobbies and leisure. Sign up as a 100x member and start a purposeful journey.
Hello everyone. I am Josephine, your host for today. So every Tuesday I am here in 100x Connects to share with you a little bit about health and fitness related topic. Okay, so today is going to be the same. So once again, thank you for all of you who joined today's session. So if you like this session, make sure you share this out to your friends, to your family. Thank you for those of you who are watching here currently. Some of you might be in Facebook and some of you might be in YouTube as well. So welcome. So 100x, what do we do? 100x want to share values to everyone. So every single night we have sessions just like this to share with you about different topics. So every Tuesday is fitness related topic. So today it is another topic about your health, about your fitness. I think today's session is going to be quite an important session to let you know a little bit about how your body actually functions. We talk about metabolism a lot whenever we talk about health-related topic. So today we are going to talk about metabolism. Actually, I got the idea of doing this particular topic about metabolism from one of my clients actually. Yeah, so just let me share my screen first. All right, you can see my screen right now. I am just going to make it bigger so that you can see. So I want to talk to you about metabolism. I want to explain to you about what is metabolism and how to boost metabolism, because I think this is everybody's question when it comes to metabolism. Everybody always asks, like, oh, my metabolism is slow, how should I boost my metabolism? Or maybe you have that question of like asking that, whether your metabolism is a bit too low or not. Okay, so you can just drop me your questions so that I can answer you slowly, okay, throughout this whole session. All right, so before that I need to introduce myself first. My name is Josephine Young. So I am actually the first and only female IFBB pro in Malaysia. So if you do not know what is IFBB, I don't blame you. But IFBB is a world-renowned bodybuilding federation. So I am the professional bodybuilder from IFBB. Besides that, I am also the Pilates trainer of the year 2021. So I got awarded by Fitness Best Asia. So I won the national award, which is Malaysia, and also the regional award, which is Asia. Okay, so something that I'm really, really proud of. So obviously, I am a personal trainer. I help people to get fit. I help people to achieve their health and fitness goal. And I am also a Pilates instructor, so I train people in Pilates. So if you do not know what is Pilates, first of all, Pilates is not yoga, and it's not a subdivision of yoga either. So it is very, very different. So Pilates is a method of how you actually move your body. And in Pilates, we actually believe in a lot about the core muscle. So the core is the most important thing in our body. So doesn't matter whether your arms is very strong, your legs are very strong, but if you do not have a strong core, you can hurt yourself easily. So having the core is really, really important. And besides that, posture is another thing. So if you have a bad posture, then you're going to suffer from a lot of pain. And the next thing about Pilates is really, really good for people who have injuries. So if you have injury or if you have pain in your body, doing Pilates is a very, very good rehab for you. It really teaches you on, how you can move in a certain way that you want to make sure that you eliminate the pain in your body. Okay, so doing that is really, really good. And Pilates is super safe. That's why a lot of elderly people likes to do Pilates, because it's low impact, but at the same time you're able to work on those muscles properly. And another misconception a lot of people thought when they think about Pilates is about stretching. It's not just about stretching, it's also about building your muscle strength and also your endurance. Okay, it's a very overall type of exercise. I really, really love Pilates, and I really enjoy teaching Pilates, and I love mixing Pilates together with my personal training to make it much more effective in that sense. Okay, and of course, besides that, I'm also a nutrition coach. I'm a certified precision nutrition coach. So if you have any question related to nutrition, can always come and ask me. Nutrition is another very huge topic, because when we talk about fitness, 60-70% is about your nutrition. Without the good nutrition, no matter what exercises you do, you will not be able to get the result that you want. Even if you exercise a lot, but you are eating like junk food all the time, your health is not going to be great. Okay, so nutrition is also very important. But of course, I always like to talk a little bit about my background, right? How I started. So I didn't start off being like a very fit girl. Yeah, so I'm not genetically given like a fit girl, like all those fitness influencer. When I was young, I used to be a chubby girl. So I used to get laughed a lot. People in school, outside, everywhere, my parents, my family members, everybody always laughed at me. So I always put on this mask that I am a very funny person. But unfortunately, deep inside of me, I'm always, struggling with body image issue. So I try a lot of different things. I used to like not eat rice for 2-3 years of my life during my teenage. I try eating slimming pills, going to slimming center, doing all sorts of things, but I didn't see result. This picture that you see is the time that I was. This picture was taken 10 years ago. I was only 20 years old. I was trying everything, and I was very active. I used to be a dancer, and I used to be a chubby dancer. So being a dancer, and you are chubby, it just makes your self-confidence even worse, because who wants to see a fat dancer on stage, right? Nobody wants to see that. So that left a very great impact in my life. And after I graduated, I felt really, really lost. And I didn't know what to do, so I decided to join the gym. And when I started joining the gym, I started seeing changes in my body. Even though I was eating carbs, right? I was eating carbs, I was eating rice, because in my mind I was thinking to myself, I'm working out, right? So just eat rice, whatever that I want, because I thought to myself that I will be, forever be fat, right? So, but the thing is, since I started joining the gym, my body started changing. My body structure, my muscles tone up, and then it just becomes so much better. People around me keep asking me, what do you do? What do you do to look so good? The only changes I made was I started going to the gym, and I eat healthy, relatively healthy. I still eat fast food during that time. Yeah, but my body started changing. And then because of that, I got very interested in, you know, gym, workout, and nutrition. And I went to study more, and I decided I wanted to become a personal trainer and also a Pilates instructor and also a nutrition coach. Yeah. And of course, to challenge myself a little bit more, I went to join a bodybuilding competition. And people actually ask me why I joined bodybuilding competition. This is actually a very good question. The reason I joined bodybuilding competition was because I wanted to learn more, because I know how to help people to lose weight. I've learned, I've studied that. But bodybuilding is the hardest form of training, okay? The hardest form of sports, I would say, because it's a 24/7 type of sports. Like every single second, every single minute, whatever that you do will change your body. So I wanted to learn that. Okay, to be able to get the picture on the right hand side there, it is not easy. So I wanted to learn that. That's why I went to join a bodybuilding competition. Initially, I started off by just wanting to learn, to experience it. But of course, then after that, I got hooked up with it. I love it. I enjoy it so much that I, you know, became a bodybuilding pro. And then, yeah, that's the picture of me during my last competition in 2019 before the pandemic hit. I really wish I can go back on stage again after this, after everything has been settled down. Yeah. So anyway, so this is a picture of me winning the Pilates Trainer of the Year just recently, few weeks back. Yeah, so just to show you the poster, so I won the Pilates Trainer of the Year, the regional one, which is the bigger picture, that one. So you can see the Josephine from Malaysia is the winner, and then the first runner-up is actually Angel Chan from Thailand, and also second runner-up is Ole Eugenio from Philippines. So for the Malaysia one, I'm also the winner. And then, of course, the first runner-up is Yvonne and second runner-up is Mary. All of them did very, very well in their Pilates journey. So, yeah, being able to win this award really, really means a lot to me. And hopefully I can give more value back to the community. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to waste you any more time, explaining about myself. The reason why I need to explain myself is to tell you, why you should listen to Josephine. Okay. Sometimes it's really, really hard to get people to trust you because there's so many fitness influencers out there telling you, do this, do that, right? But usually, like a proper qualified trainer like me, people just don't care much. So it's important to tell you what kind of qualification that I have, what is my background, so that you understand that you know that I actually know my stuff. Okay. Yeah. And I always stand in a middle ground, looking at things at different point of view, instead of just want to do a business. A lot of fitness influencer that they just want to do a business, right? They want to earn money from you, so they will keep promoting a certain things. So to me, that is not my goal. Okay, my goal is to educate you. All right. So what is metabolism? Today's topic, right? So this is the explanation. So metabolism describes all the chemical processes that goes on continuously inside your body to keep you alive and your organ functioning normally, such as breathing, repairing cells, and digesting food. So metabolism basically is a chemical process. Okay, a chemical process on how you actually generate energy from food, okay, for your body, okay, so that your organs can function properly, you can breathe, you can repair yourselves, digest your food, do everything that you want to do. Everything that you do has to do with your metabolism. Okay, so metabolism is just a word to describe the entire chemical process of how the body actually generate energy for you. Okay, so when we talk about metabolism, The usually people will talk about BMR, but what is BMR? BMR basically is it means basal metabolic rate. Okay, basal metabolic rate means the the amount of energy that you need for your body so that you can go on with your everyday life. Okay, so that is what it means. So what do you mean by going on with your everyday life? It means that you can, besides breathing, your heart beating, digesting food, and all this necessary stuff, they also include you having some basic movement. For example, talking to you right now. For example, I'm sitting or I'm standing or I'm walking. Okay, so this is called the basal metabolic rate. Now, there is no calculation that can give you an exact amount of basal metabolic rate. The basal metabolic rate is always an assumption. When we talk about metabolism, right, it's always about assumption. We are assuming that your body can burn a certain calories. Okay, so it's an assumption. It's not fixed. So when people say, "Oh, I went to check using this machine and check," it's telling me that my metabolism is 1,200 calorie. Is it good? Is it bad? There's no good, there's no bad, but that is just an assumption. Okay, so you can always improve it. You can always make your metabolism worse. Okay, depending on what you do. Okay, and another thing you need to know is resting metabolic rate. Okay, so usually when you go to look at, if you ever try a machine that calculate your in-body machine. I'm not promoting in-body. In-body machine is one of the most famous machine that you can actually calculate your metabolism, your fat mass, your muscle mass, and things like that. But there's other machines also. Usually they calculate the BMR, but there's another thing called as the RMR. RMR means resting metabolic rate. Means when you're not doing anything, when you're just lying there, and then your body is just having the basic function, which means you're breathing, your heart is beating, and then your cells are repairing itself. Okay, all these things that you don't require you to get up and do things is called resting metabolic rate. So if you imagine a person in coma, okay, a person in coma is basically having a resting metabolic rate. Okay, so this is something that you might want to know. Okay, all right. Now, a lot of people ask this question. Some people have a faster metabolism, some people have a slower metabolism. But why does it happen? Okay, that is a lot of factors why some people have faster metabolism than the rest. Okay, now number one is body size. Okay, if you have a bigger body, you will have a faster metabolism. If you are very skinny, very small in size, you will have a slower metabolism. Why? Right? So people think that, oh, if I'm fat, right, maybe I have a slower metabolism. No, not necessarily, because when you are bigger, you have so much more cells in your body. Okay, your body needs energy, so because of that, the body has to generate more higher, faster metabolism so that your cells can repair, can survive, right? So that is the reason why. And just imagine a person who are 200 kilogram heavy, right? They're so heavy. When they walk, they need to actually move 200 kilo around. So the body actually needs a lot of energy to move 200 kilo. Instead of a person like me who is 50 kilo, I'm much easier to be moved around. You get what I mean? So therefore, the body has to work harder. Your heart has to work so much harder to pump blood into your whole body. Your breathing has to be heavier so that it can have enough oxygen to every single one of your cells. Okay, so therefore, a person with bigger body actually have a faster metabolism. Okay, which is why you see a fatter person actually sweat more as well, because your metabolism has to do with the amount of you sweating as well. Okay, so this is something that you need to know, because people always have the misconception saying that, oh, I'm fat, um, and there's a reason that because of my metabolism is slow, that's why I am fat. No, if you compare to a skinny person, a fat person definitely will have higher metabolism. The reason why you're fat, you're just eating more than what your metabolism can handle. You're eating more than what you actually need. Okay, so that is the only reason. Now, another reason why some people have faster metabolism is because of age. As we all always hear and we know that as you get older, your metabolism will become slower. The reason is not actually because of the age. Age is just a number, right? Age is just a number. But the reason why your metabolism becomes slower is as you age, your body tends to decrease in muscle mass. Okay, so if you get older but you still maintain your muscles, your metabolism will continue to be fast. But if you keep losing muscle as you grow older, then your metabolism will be slower. So your metabolism actually is determined by how much muscles you have in your body, and later I'm going to explain why. Okay, I'm just going to tell you age. As you age, you're going to lose muscles. As you lose muscles, you are going to have a slower metabolism. The next thing is about gender. Okay, so a male always have a faster metabolism than a female. A reason is not a gender bias or whatever, right? But the reason is because we are born that way. Okay, we are born that way that male has more muscle mass, less fat than a female. A female have more fat, less muscle compared to a man. So this is the reason why men have faster metabolism compared to female. And of course, the next thing is about genetics. Some people just have the great genetic to burn fat much faster, right? To have better metabolism. But the reason is not, of course, one thing is probably you are genetically born with super fast thyroid. Okay, thyroid is one of the things that can control your metabolism. But if you do not have a, hyperthyroidism, you probably is because you have a lot of muscle. Okay, now muscle mass is depending on your genetic. Okay, some people grow muscle more faster than the rest of the people. Okay, so okay, I can explain a little bit more here lah. Okay, today's session is actually quite short, so I can explain a little bit more. If you look at human body, there's three types of human body. There's something called as endomorph, ectomorph, and mesomorph. Okay, so ectomorph are people who are skinny. Okay, and then you have mesomorph is people who are very fit, very lean. You look at them, it's a very athletic body. And you have endomorph, which is a person who are a little bit on the bigger side. So all of them will usually have a different metabolism. Ideally, you want to be a mesomorph. Okay, mesomorph has the best body, just enough amount of muscles and a good amount of fats in their body. It's not too much, it's not too less. So you want to become the mesomorph, the athlete's body. So if you're it's these three types of body are born with it. You're basically born with it. Okay, and unfortunately there's nothing much that you can do about it. If you are born as an ectomorph, as a skinny person, And if you want to be a little bit more athletic, what you can do is try to build more muscles, right? If you are a person who are fat and then you want to look athletic, all you need to do is you need to reduce the fat. So we can't do much about it, but anyway, different body type have different metabolism. Okay. Of course, the next thing I want to talk about is muscle cells. Muscle cell is probably the most important thing when we come to talk about metabolism. Okay, because muscle cells is something that we can actually control. Okay, we can make our muscle grow, we can reduce the muscle. So if you want to have better, faster metabolism, you need to increase the muscle cell. And why muscle cells are so having more muscles or more muscle cells are so important? The reason is because your muscle cells requires a lot of energy to survive. Okay, it needs a lot of energy compared to fat cells doesn't need too much energy to survive. So to having more muscles, actually you actually telling your body to generate more heat, to generate more energy. Okay, you get what I mean? So then because of that, you need more, right? You need more energy, so your metabolism will become faster. Okay, so this is the reason having more muscles is always the way to go. Okay, and of course medical condition. Okay, some people have higher metabolism, some people have very low metabolism. It depending on whether you have medical condition or not. If you have hyperthyroidism, means you have too much thyroid, your thyroid is actually, you're producing too much thyroid in your body, you're going to have super high metabolism. If you have hypothyroidism, which we actually talk about it, like for the past few weeks we have been talking about hypothyroidism, then your metabolism will be slower than a normal person. Okay, and of course there's other medical conditions as well. Okay, so for medical condition, you have to go and check with your doctor lah. All right, now losing weight too fast slows your metabolism, right? A lot of people actually ask this question, or actually a lot of like influencers out there actually tell you this. Okay, don't lose to weight too much too fast. You will slow down your metabolism. But why? Okay, so because your body is forced to break down muscles to use for energy. Now if you are going for a very strict diet, let's say you are going for intermittent fasting. Okay, unfortunately I have to use this example. I'm not saying that intermittent fasting is not good, but I have to use this as an example. Okay, because it's one of the best way to give you an example. If you are going for intermittent fasting and you're only eating one meal a day, your body doesn't have enough energy to survive you for the entire day. So what is going to happen when your body is lacking of energy already? What is going to happen? It is your body will start using your muscles as a form of energy. It will start to break down your muscle. Not using the muscle as a form of energy. It will just break down the muscles so that your body uh, so that your body require less energy. Does that make sense? Okay, just now I mentioned to you that the muscles needs a lot of energy to survive, right? It needs a lot of energy. So um to save more energy, they actually will start to break down your muscles. Okay, when you have less muscles, less energy, so you can survive for longer. So this is what the body is going to do. So if you're going for a very strict diet, your body metabolism is going to slow down because of this reason. That's why we don't encourage people to lose weight too fast. Okay, because if you are losing weight too fast, It's basically you are going into a calorie deficit too much. Okay, most of the time it's not because you're exercising too much, it's because you are eating too less. Okay, so if you're eating very, very less, then your muscles has to break down, and then your metabolism has to come down. Okay, do you get what I mean? And I want to say I'm so sorry, I got a typo there. As you know, I always have a typo because I type very fast and then I tend to just um didn't look at it and then I make a mistake there. But you get what I mean. Yeah, it's not RO, it's a TO. But anyway, so try not to lose weight too fast, because we all want to preserve more muscles, right? We want more muscles. We all know that muscles are very important. So try not to go into a very strict diet, because you will lose your muscles if you are going into a very strict diet. And therefore your metabolism will just go down, 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 downhill. Okay. And to boost the metabolism up is not as easy as it seems. Okay, it's not easy to boost the metabolism, because to boost the metabolism you actually need to gain the muscles all over again, and gaining muscles is much, much, much harder than losing fats. Okay, so this is my advice to you. Okay, so like I mentioned just now, less muscles equals to slower metabolism. And if you have slower metabolism and right after that you remove your very strict diet, you will immediately put all the weight back, all the fats back into your body. Okay, because the metabolism is already so slow. So for example, let me give you an example of this entire scenario here. Let's say you are 200 kilo heavy, right? You're so heavy, you are 200 kilo. Your basal metabolic rate, your BMR, is 2000. Okay, let's say this is not actual number, but just imagine. Okay, your basal metabolic rate is 2000, and then what you did was you went on a very, very strict diet. You only eating let's say 1000 calorie. Okay, you're only eating 1000 calorie. So what the body is going to do is you will lose fat definitely, but at the same time you will lose your muscles. So from 2000 BMR, basal metabolic rate, of a 2000 calorie per day, your metabolism is going to slow down to 1000 calorie. Okay, after a long period of time now, of course we are talking about, right? So once you reach 1000, uh, once you get the result already at 1000 calorie, then you decided that I think I should go back to a little bit more normal life. I want to eat 1500 calorie. But unfortunately, you already lost so much muscle, right? Your metabolism will continue maintaining at 1000 calorie. And then you are now eating 1500 calorie. The 500 calorie that's extra go where? Go where? There's nowhere to go, right? So what does it do is your body will keep this 500 calorie as fat. So this is how you put back all the weights again. Okay, you get what I mean now? So you don't want to do that. Okay, you don't want to immediately, from like your everyday eating 2000 calorie, you cut down to 1000 calorie. Don't do that. Okay, so what is the safest way to lose weight, right? You might ask me. You cut down about 20% of what you, like 10% 10% to 20% maximum. 20% will be your maximum of the daily intake that you take. Okay, then you slowly cut down from there. Ideally, every month you should lose about um 0.5 kilo. Okay, 0.5 kilo and to a maximum of 1 kilo. Okay, you shouldn't be losing 5 kilo or 10 kilo per month. That is not healthy. Okay, you don't want to lose so much. too fast. All right. So ideally, actually, when I talk about losing 0.5 or 1 kilo, it is a slightly obese type of person. If you are really 200 kilogram, right, you can actually lose a little bit more. So how you want to calculate is about 10% of your current body weight. So let's say I am 50 kilo. My 10% will be 0.5. Okay, you want to lose only 0.5 kilo. That is for me. So if you are 100 kilo, then losing 1 kilo will be great. Yeah, of course, if you are 200 kilogram, you lose 10% will be how much? Two, yeah, 10% will be, am I right? uh 2 kilo. Sorry, I just lose my mind. It's like 200 is like 10% is how much? Yeah, so you just want to lose a little bit. Yeah, no, 200, 10%. Yeah, okay. 10 per 200, 10%. No, 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 no. I think I have a miscalculation there, but just ignore me, okay? So you just want to um lose very little. You don't want to lose too much, okay? So how to boost your metabolism? Okay, there's many ways to boost your metabolism. Okay, number one is people always talk about this is the food. Okay, food processing, the thermogenesis, the process. Okay, so what it is, um, whenever you watch some advertisement, people telling you that, oh, okay, if you drink more coffee, you're going to have better metabolism, or you drink more green tea, or eat more chili, you're going to increase your metabolism. Is it correct? Yes, in a way. Okay, yes, in a way, because yes, it will increase a little bit, but the amount of it increasing is about 1% or less. Okay, it's very little. Okay, so it wouldn't make much of a changes in your body. Okay, but it is something that you might want to consider. Okay, something you might want to consider. Eat food that is more thermogenic. Okay, give you the heat in your body so that you can boost your metabolism a little bit more. Okay, the next thing is about eating plenty of protein. Now, the reason is the same as the thermogenic effect, the thermogenesis process. Okay, because to break down the protein that you eat, it requires a lot of energy. Okay, breaking down protein definitely use more energy than drinking or taking in caffeine, okay, than eating um, chilies, spices, spicy food, okay. So that is why protein is is very good if you want to boost your metabolism. If you have ever tried, you go for a buffet dinner or whatsoever, you eat a lot of meat, you will feel your body getting really hot, okay. That is because um, the breakdown process of the protein will generate a lot of energy, so your metabolism will get higher. Another great benefit of protein is what it it helps you to build muscles. Okay, it helps you to build muscles. That's why eating protein is going to help you boost your metabolism. Okay, another thing that maybe a lot of you do not know is to drink cold water. This is one of the trick lah, huh? It's not something that is going to give you a great effect, but um, if you want to count the nitty bitty things, then yeah, drinking cold water actually will boost your metabolism. Why? So it is very different from the traditional Chinese type of thinking. So if you drink cold water, your body is going to be cold, right? No, yeah, it's not like this. If you drink cold water, your body actually need to generate more heat so that your body don't cool down too much. Okay, so as you know, right, our body temperature should be 37 degrees. Okay, about 37 degrees. So if you're drinking a cold water, ice water, which is like 5 degree or 10 degree. So your body do not want your blood to freeze, right? You do not want your body temperature to go until so low, right? Until 10 degrees. So what is going to happen is your body will start generating more heat so that your blood doesn't freeze. So does it make sense? Okay. So this is all your organs doesn't freeze or whatever, right? So this is the reason why actually drinking cold water can boost your metabolism. One of the previous topic that I talk about, when I talk about sweating, I actually did mention that if you work out in a cold environment, you will actually burn more. Your metabolism had to speed up a little bit more. It is the same concept as well. So if you are in a cold environment, really, really cold, I'm talking about freezing cold. For example, you are in a winter country, your metabolism has to be a little bit higher so that your body don't freeze. Okay, your body has to generate more energy for you so that you don't freeze and die. Okay, so it's the same concept here. So drinking cold water can actually help you to boost your metabolism a little bit. Okay, now of course when we talking about boosting metabolism, we cannot forget about physical activity. Okay, we want to make sure that we have good enough physical activity. Okay, that is probably one of the best way for you to boost your metabolism. So what physical activity you can do, right? Number one is aerobic exercises, means your cardio exercises. Okay, any cardio exercises are able to help you to boost your metabolism temporarily. Okay, when you are doing your aerobic that time, your body will have to generate the energy so that you can continue your exercise. Okay, so by doing aerobic activity, your cardio activities are going to be very good for you, and of course at the same time you burn more calorie as well. And of course heat. So last week we talked about heat, and heat is actually very good to boost your metabolism. Okay, because of the system they use to you have to push your boundaries. Okay, when you are doing a heat exercises, but of course be a little bit more careful, because last week we actually talked about this. If you do too much heat, then you might affect your metabolism as well. Okay, it might go haywire and go the other way around if you do too much HIIT. So you want to just do 2 to 3 times of HIIT per week. That should be good enough to boost your metabolism. Okay, and of course, the best way to boost your metabolism is to do strength training. Okay, strength training helps you to build muscle. The most efficient way to help you to build muscles is actually doing strength training, your weight training, your resistance training. So this type of training will actually help you to build muscles, and when you have more muscles, your metabolism will naturally become higher. If you do not believe me, next time go and try to take the in-body test, the one that check your fat mass, your muscle mass and all that. So whenever they check your muscle mass, fat mass and all this, right, they will give you a BMR, your basal metabolic rate. And if you have changes in your muscle mass, your BMR will change. So if you have a higher muscle mass, your BMR will be higher. If you have a lower muscle mass, your BMR, your metabolism will be lower. So, doing more strength training will increase that. Okay, do not be afraid that you will gain too much muscle. I think, like a lot of influencers have been um, promoting people to do strength training, weight training, but I think a lot of ladies out there are still very afraid to do weight training because they are afraid that they will gain too much muscle and then they will start to look like a man. The thing is, it's not so easy to build muscles. Okay, it's not easy at all, especially when ladies do not have that amount of um of of the hormone, the male hormone, okay, to allow your body to generate so much to produce so much muscles. Okay, so you will not be able to look like a man. Okay, so but by doing strength training, just by increasing your muscle mass by 1%, 2%, 10%, you're going to see a huge changes in your metabolism and your body composition and how you look and how you feel as well. Okay, the next thing on how to boost your metabolism is called the NEAT. Okay, now NEAT basically means non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Okay, what does it mean? It sounds very scientific name and it's very complicated, right? But NEAT basically is the things that is the simplest to do. Okay, it means that asking you to move more in your daily life. Okay, anything that is not exercise is called as NEAT. When you're moving but you're not exercising, it's called NEAT. So, for example, if you are doing housework, it's considered as NEAT. Okay, it's not an exercise, but you are just moving. Okay, maybe a little bit of effort, but not too much. That's called NEAT. Or when I'm talking to you right now and you realize my hand keep moving, this is also as part of NEAT. So the more you move your body, you will tend to you will be able to boost your metabolism. So this is the reason why some people, right, who likes to fidget a lot, they usually have higher metabolism and they are usually able to maintain their um their weight better. Okay, so I have a client. He drinks a lot, he eats out all the time, but he's able to maintain his body because he told me one thing. He always have to attend calls, right? He's very, very busy man. He always have to attend call. But you know what he do? He has a habit of whenever he attend a call, he will walk. He will keep walking, walking, walking around because walking helps him to think. But he didn't realize that actually that walking actually helped him to burn calorie. It's something that's very, very easy to do. That is something that we do not um, pay attention to it. So if you don't want to exercise, okay, you can always increase in your NEAT, means move more. So instead of sitting too much on in front of your desk, try to move around a little bit more. Okay, another tips that I can give you is if you are sitting in front of a desk and you want to you have no choice, you cannot walk around. So what you can do is actually get a fitness ball, the big gym ball, sit on the gym ball. Why? Because when you're sitting on the gym ball, it is very hard to balance. So your body is constantly like moving to try to find the balance. So by doing that, you will actually burn a little bit more. Okay, it's very little, but every calorie counts, and as you keep doing it, it will accumulate. Okay, it will accumulate, and then slowly you will see some form of difference. Okay, or the easiest thing that you can do is just move around a little bit more. So when you're talking with your friends, try to move your hands a little bit more, or when you're walking, try to move your hands a little bit more. So these are small little things that you can do to increase your NEAT. Okay, you can put down there any suggestions you have. You can put down in the comments so that everybody can read it and then they can try it their own self as well. Okay, the next thing is also very important. It's about sleep. You need to have good sleep if you want to really increase and boost your metabolism. Sleep is very important because if you do not sleep well, your entire hormones are going to go haywire. And remember, just now I mentioned about thyroid. Your sleep actually will affect your thyroid and your other hormones in your body. So if you do not have good sleep, you will tend to gain weight. Okay, so you need to make sure you have good sleep. And another thing about sleeping is also actually sleeping helps you to burn fat. Okay, sleeping more actually help you to burn fat. The reason is there's a few reasons why. Because when you're sleeping, your body basically is doing all the repair work. Okay, the repair work doesn't happen during the daytime, but the repair work happens when you are sleeping. So the repairing is a tough job to do. So if you are sleeping well, your body are able to have more time, better quality of repairing work, so your body will burn more energy. And of course, another reason why having enough sleep is important is also when you're sleeping, you're not eating lah. Okay, when you're sleeping, you are fasting. Basically, that's what it means by when you wake up, you have breakfast, right? Breakfast. So you're not eating when you're sleeping. If you do not sleep at a certain time, right, you will realize that your body tends to get hungry. And the hungry, most of the time, is not because you are really, really hungry, but it's because of the stress hormone coming out, telling you that you should eat to reduce the stress. Okay, so having good sleep is very, very important if you want to boost your metabolism, as well as reducing stress. When we talk about sleep, it's also about stress level. If you want to really increase your metabolism, you need to reduce your stress, because it's very closely related. If you are stressed, your body start producing all these funny hormones that you will start feeling hungry all the time, and then the hormone changes will actually have a side effect to your metabolism as well. So these are the few things about metabolism. Okay, all right, so let me just end this slice and let me just check whether there's any comments here or not. Okay, Prince says must have drum roll. Why drum roll? Okay, so Kim here actually asked a very good question. What if 2 meals a day, lunch and dinner? Okay, the thing is like that. People like um for many, many, many years, people actually encourage you to eat small meals but many meals. They, like, doctors actually encourage you to eat 5 meals a day. The reason is because 5 meals a day, it is more beneficial than 2 meals a day. That's for sure. Because every time when you eat something, your body has to break down the the food that you eat. So every time during the process, your body will generate the heat, will generate the energy. Okay, so it is always better to eat 5 meals a day. So when you're asking me, um, 2 meals a day, if I am given a choice, I would ask you to eat 5 instead of 2. Okay, but so this is when we talk about metabolism. If we really are talking about metabolism, it's always better to eat 5 meals a day than 2 meals a day. But if we are talking about losing weight, losing weight itself it is not necessarily has to do with your metabolism, but it has everything to do with the calorie that you are taking. So let's say if you're eating 5 meals a day, and then how do I say this? Okay, let's say your BMR is 2000. Let's say lah, huh? I'm sure, like, if you're 2000, actually you have to be pretty big, or you're pretty a lot of muscles. But just for an example, if your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, is 2000, and you want to cut down into 1500 calorie, let's say, if for all the 5 meals you are eating 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, equals to 1500, this will be the best result that you can get. But if you're eating 5 meals, and every meal you're eating 500, 500, 500, 500, and 500, you will end up eating 2500. So if you cannot, the reason I'm giving you this example is, if you cannot control the amount you're eating, then eating 2 meals might be a good idea. Because when you're eating only 2 meals, okay, I give you la maximum la every meal you eat 1000 calorie, you are still maintaining is 2000 calorie. Okay, if every meal you eat like you can if your target is 1500 calorie, you can afford to eat 750 calorie for 2 meals. Okay, so this is when we talk about losing weight only. So if you want to lose weight, you can eat 2 meals. Okay, it can be very effective to control your weight, because you can't eat much in 2 meals. You get what I mean? You can't eat much in 2 meals. You will feel so full that you are going to vomit. Okay, so when we talk about dieting, you want to lose weight, yes, eating 2 meals is fine. But if you want to talk about what's the ideal for your metabolism, is 5 meals. I can give you, I can tell you my own experience. Okay, uh, I I have a lifestyle that I always eat pretty healthy. Okay, I usually, I cook my own meal. Even if I go out, I tend to I know how to select my food. Okay, I eat pretty healthy in my everyday life, even without going for competition or whatsoever. I usually eat pretty healthy. So, so during normal day, right? So last time I tried eating 3 meals a day. I eat 3 meals a day. So I eat a normal person meal lah, right? I eat a normal person meal three times a day. But the moment I so these 3 meals are like 500, 500, 500 calorie lah, huh? For example, again, okay, 500, 500, 500 calorie is 1500 calorie, right? The moment I change my diet to 5 meals a day, but I still maintaining that total 1500 calorie, my body just start to shrink. So initially I didn't believe in all this eating more meals type of shit, okay? But after I tried it, I just start to like, I really encourage people to eat 5 meals a day. Like seriously. But you have to be small meal lah. Every meal have to be 300 calorie only. Cannot go more than that. If you go more than that, then you will start to gain weight lah. You get what I mean? So yeah, this is my personal experience. Okay, this is my personal experience. So, which is why I really encourage people to do. So okay, Kim asks, okay, what's the example of 5 meals? It doesn't matter. To be honest, it doesn't matter what you eat. Okay, a very common one. Okay, a very common one. Just to tell everyone, a very common one. A common person will do, like, or you just go on internet, people will encourage you to do, is 5 meals a day, right? How to eat 5 meals. So you have your breakfast. Okay, you can have your breakfast, your normal breakfast, like bread with eggs. Okay, and then after that, so let's say your breakfast is at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning before you go to work. Then your second meal should be your before your lunch. Okay, probably about 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock, what you should be eating is something a little bit smaller. Um, for example, maybe nuts, or maybe some fruits, or maybe some vegetables. Okay, then you have your third meal, which is your lunch. Okay, at 1, 2 o'clock, then you can have your normal lunch meal, and then about 3, 4 o'clock, you have your tea time. Okay, tea time, you can have again maybe some fruits, some vegetables, or nuts, or even protein shake. Protein shake is actually a very good option. Yeah, and then after that, you have your dinner. Okay, so this is what a normal if you look for it in Google, they will usually tell you to eat something like that lah. Okay, it works. Okay, but what do I do? Okay, what do I do? all the 5 meals I eat the same thing. Okay, I will eat morning. Okay, maybe morning. Morning I will either have bread and eggs or rice and eggs. Okay, and then my second meal, third meal, fourth meal, fifth meal is all rice and protein. Okay, this is how I eat it. Of course, I'm with some vegetables, right? So this is how I eat it. That is why the reason I tell you actually it doesn't matter. As soon as it fit into that 300-gram type of thing. Example lah, this example again. Okay, as soon as it just fit in your calorie, you don't have to be 300 gram, 300 gram, 300 calorie. As soon as the entire day, you're eating 1,500. Okay, so like a normal Google or normal nutritionist will tell you to eat is um, you will have your breakfast, let's say about I'm not very good in my math right now. Let's say you eat your breakfast for 400 calorie. Okay, then you might have your second meal, okay, your fruits and vegetables for 200 calorie. Okay, there will be 600 calorie already. Then your third meal you can have another 400 calorie, right? So you got 1,000 calorie. And then maybe your fourth meal, which is your tea time meal, maybe you can eat 200 calorie again. And then the last meal, you can have 300 calories. So it equals to 1,500 calorie. Okay, so you can eat like this. It doesn't have to be the same, but I like to make it the same. So I know exactly what is happening every single hour. Yeah, so this is my style. So actually, it really doesn't matter. Okay, of like on how you want to eat the meal. I love eating. I love eating multiple times, and I love eating like my food with rice because I hate eating salad and just raw vegetables and stuff like that. So that's why I don't do that. Okay, this is my own reason. Okay, I don't like to eat salad and fruits only. It just feels like I'm not eating anything. I feel like I'm in a diet. So I prefer to spread out my meals. Yeah. So another way you can think about it is just like your normal 3 meals, you just break it down lah. Break it down. Don't finish like that's what my mom is doing currently, and she lost quite a bit of weight. I think she lost 5 kilo throughout the entire MCO. This is what she did is she instead of eating 3 meals a day, she make it into 4 meals a day, sometimes five. So when she buy the lunch, she will actually eat half of it only. Okay, and then after that she will eat the rest later. Yeah, so this is how she did it. So there's many ways that you can do according to your lifestyle. So you just need to experiment on what works and what doesn't work. Yeah, so this is it. So if anybody have more question, you can feel free to ask more question right now. Okay, because metabolism is actually a very complicated topic. But one of my clients just asked me, "Hey Joe, talk about metabolism." So it's like, okay, so let's talk about it. So I hope now you have a better idea of what metabolism is. So just now, just add on a little bit to Kim's question. The reason why I eat all my 5 meals, rice and protein, carbs and protein, and all this is because I mentioned many times just now, protein is very important. So I make sure every one of my meal have protein. Okay, um, that is the reason why I don't like to eat just fruits or just vegetables or just nuts for the in between meals. Yeah, because I want to make sure that I get enough protein in my daily diet. Okay, so that is how I do it. So because I really believe in protein makes a huge changes in your body. It really helps you to build the muscles. And of course, I'm a bodybuilder, but even if you're not a bodybuilder, you need to eat the protein. I was just telling to one of my clients that day, as you grow older, you need to eat more protein. Okay, a lot of elderly people keeps thinking that, oh, I'm older right now, I shouldn't eat so much protein, I shouldn't eat so much meat. That is actually a wrong concept. The older you get, your body will start losing muscles. Okay, you actually need to eat more protein and work out so that you can, you can maintain the muscle as you age. Okay, so it's very, very important. Yes, you shouldn't be eating so much of red meat, okay, because red meat can cause like high cholesterol and all this stuff, but you should still consume protein. So what's the best source of protein if you're very worried about cholesterol and your health problem and all this stuff? You can eat fish. Fish is really, really good for you. And chicken and eggs, yeah, they are good as well. So if you're very worried that eggs, especially, people are scared that you can get cholesterol and all this stuff, um number one is firstly go and check with your doctor and see whether you have high cholesterol or not. If you don't have a high cholesterol, don't be scared to eat the egg yolk. But if you have a high cholesterol, you can reduce the yolk and eat the egg whites. Okay, egg whites also have protein, not as effective, not as much as egg yolk, but still it is protein. Okay, so you want to make sure you consume enough protein to boost your metabolism. To generally, having protein is good for you. Or if not, you can always purchase one of those protein powder, protein shake. There's a lot in the market right now. If you ask me which one is the best, they are all good. Protein is protein, okay, at the end of the day. But it's just really depending on what's the flavor, and then how your body can digest different protein brand. They might put something different inside of it. So if you really want to ask me, I take SciTech Nutrition Protein. It's a sports protein, so the protein amount is a little bit on the higher side. If you don't want so much, you can always purchase a lot of other proteins in the market. Okay, all right. So if there's no more, I just want to finish up my slides. Okay, it's my so once again, I am Josephine Young. Today's topic is talking about metabolism, but who am I to talk about this topic, right? So I want to tell you a little bit more about myself, okay? Why I am qualified to talk to you a little bit more about metabolism. So I'm the first female IFBB pro in Malaysia. So I am actually a professional bodybuilder. And besides that, I also just recently got awarded as Pilates Trainer of the Year 2021, both in Malaysia and also regionally in Asia. And I'm a personal trainer. Okay, I'm a Pilates instructor as well as a nutrition coach. So yeah, this is the picture of me winning the Pilates Trainer of the Year. And then you can see my trophies right at the back. So if you like me, you like my content, do feel free to follow me on my social media, my Facebook, my Instagram, LinkedIn, and also my YouTube channel. Okay, so if you want to talk to me, okay, you can always schedule a free consultation with me. You can either copy this link right now and then you schedule with me, or you can just reach out to me to any of my social media, and then then we can plan from there. We can try to arrange a schedule to have a free consultation. I really believe in consultation is really, really important. For example, like Kim's case, right? You're asking me whether eating 2 meals a day is good enough or not. It really depending on what's your goal, what is your starting point, what is the problems that you are facing. So just by um, me sharing like this, or just by me maybe just typing on social media, we chit chat on WhatsApp or whatever, I might not be able to give you the best advice, right? But if we are able to talk, then it's easier for us to understand each other. So feel free to come to look for me and ask me questions. So it's free 30 minutes. I just want to talk to you and try to see, like, I want to see how I can help you. All right, so that's all for today. So thank you everyone for joining this session. Okay, I got more now. Lydia says, Joe, I take 2 eggs in the morning and fruit smoothies, lunch fish and vegetable, dinner chicken and vegetables. That's good. That's good. Yeah, it sounds like a very nutritious meal, yeah, that's good. Yeah, so if you want to, if you think that you want to increase your metabolism, just probably if your lunch and your dinner is on the bigger portion side, you can always um give a little bit more to the 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 in between timing. Yeah, so you can just eat a little bit on at the in between timing, and then reduce on your lunch and dinner. Then you will be able to make your metabolism a little bit quicker. Yeah, just a tip for you, right? Okay. So thank you very much everyone for joining tonight's session. So I'm really really happy so many of you coming in and commenting and asking question here. So also, and next thing is let me know if you what topic you want me to talk about next week. Okay, next Tuesday I will see you again in 100x Connects sharp at 9 o'clock. I will be live. Okay, so if you can't watch it on our Facebook, you can also go on my YouTube channel to watch this session, because it's going to be like at the same time. It's live on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, my YouTube channel is called Josephinepilates and Fitness. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining tonight's session. And I will see you again next week. And bye bye.